Hi, I'm Mike Farrell. Welcome to World Travel's new online series, bringing you updates on airlines, hotels, car rentals, all things travel as we emerge from COVID-19. Let's go. In this episode, we'll be talking with Blanco, our Chief Innovation Officer at World Travel Inc. He is the brains and the strategist behind all of our fantastic technology. Rob, could you share with the audience a little bit about new innovations that have taken place during the pandemic that are helping our travelers today?
Sure, Mike, be glad to. You know, with an event like COVID-19, you quickly learn that being agile and flexible with your product roadmap is absolutely key, because God knows we've had to pretty much throw it out and almost start new, but not so much so. And so, you know, when the first phase of COVID hit, we immediately added an interactive heat map that showed the virus hotspots, including things like high-risk areas, infection rates, and the latest government news updates on a global scale. You know, and that wasn't enough. As we saw, as COVID-19 continued to grow into something even more substantial on a global basis, we decided, and we knew it was important to further enhance that map by adding and integrating in traveler locations. And the reason we wanted to do that is because we knew it was pertinent for our clients to have the most relevant information they needed at their fingertips. And you know, many of these enhancements that we made initially, Mike, for WorldWatch actually ended up in the World Hub travel management portal and mobile app as well. And the reason for that was that travelers needed to be able to obtain up-to-date information around specific restrictions and guidance for any given market. You know, things like quarantining and masking rules and which types of services were open. And so finally, as of actually this week, the innovations continue, and travelers now have access from their travel itinerary to pertinent trip information from World Alert 360. And this was significant because it includes insights into what to expect when you travel, at airports, on the plane, hotels, even all the way down to the car rental counter. And what this webpage also features is information on everything from airline hygiene practices to boarding protocols, and thank God, which airport lounges are open. So that's pretty much a quick little wrap up of what we've been doing since we had the opportunity to have to deal with this pandemic.
Thanks, Rock. Great information. And the utilization of WorldWatch has been huge for us. We've seen many clients take advantage of this technology right off the bat. So can you talk a little bit more about some of the features and benefits in detail that are really helping our travelers have a more comfortable and safer experience?
Sure. Love to, Mike. And, you know, without a doubt, COVID-19 changed travel management as we know it. And, you know, we're all looking to try to jumpstart business travel. WorldWatch is a key part to that. But we also have to make sure that, you know, we ensure traveler health and safety and keep those as our top priorities in travel. And that's why we've now since made significant improvements to WorldWatch in order to provide our clients with a comprehensive one-stop source for the most critical post-COVID monitoring tools they're going to be able to utilize and leverage as they jumpstart their travel programs. So I know there's a lot of people who may not be as familiar with WorldWatch, of course, as we are. So I thought I'd just take a minute to tell you a little bit about what the product does. Basically, it features everything from instant access for locating travelers to real-time monitoring around things like flight disruptions, to navigating the rapidly changing rules and regulations that we seem to read and hear about on a daily basis related to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. even to things like risk assessment based on updated travel advisories that are critical to assessing safety during certain trips. And we didn't stop there, Mike. We also augmented those same travel advisories with rules and restrictions utilizing our new Where Can I Travel feature. And what's so nice and significant about that is that it provides country-specific information related to COVID-19, such as airline entry, border closures, things like mask requirements, and social health practices. We've even updated one of our most popular features in the product called Flight Board. And what we did to that was actually provide both a historical and a future perspective around flight bookings. And the reason we did that is that we heard back from those who are responsible for managing travel that we service, and that they needed a way to be able to quickly identify future bookings that might be impacted by COVID-related travel restrictions. So that's a big part of what WorldWatch does today. And to tell you, if I can steal just a minute, because us innovation guys always like to talk about the future. So what we have planned in an upcoming release is that we're actually going to be adding what we call our new COVID trip analyzer. And what's so exciting about that is that both travelers and travel managers can quickly add itinerary details to receive a safety score and other related information based on things like origin and destination, airline, hotel, and car vendors that they are using. Plus, we're adding another, we find really fascinating feature we think is going to be of tremendous value to our clients, called our points of interest overlays. And what this means is that other sources of data, such as COVID-19 global travel status, meaning things like, is a country open for travel or closed or partially open, all pertinent and relevant information, hospitals and clinics, things like public transportation, even our clients' office location, so they can know where there's a hot spot, how close is it to the hotel versus where their office location may be. Preferred hotels, live weather radar, and really just about any content that you'd find in a Google map will be available. And so there's a whole bunch more to come in the next few months. So we'll make sure that we keep the innovation mojo going so we can continue to make sure our clients have the relevant information they need to get back to what we all want to do, Mike, and that's travel.
Absolutely, Rock. Thank you so much. So what do you do on your days off? Do you have any days off with all that innovation going on?
Well, I actually am one of those, I think right now, rare people who loves to gamble a little bit, but I'll say I do it with some risk assessment. And I guess I'm pleased to say, Mike, that in my days off, I've actually been one of those who got on an airplane. I think I recently broke the 40 flight level. So I've actually been on 40 different flights, and I have to say, and I'd love to share back with our audience, that I think the airlines, our suppliers, like the airlines, have done an excellent job doing their best to make sure that we are all safe to the best of their abilities, as well as us using some common sense. But I am one who is ready to get back to travel.